All right, Manjrekar tells the Mumbai crowd to behave. Unfortunately, he forgot to tell that to Trent Boult, the Mumbai batters, and the pitch, proving that no one really listens to Manjrekar. Congrats to Hardik Pandya, by the way. He joins Virat Kohli and Yuvraj Singh as two other Mumbai cricketers, India cricketers who have been booed at Wankhede, which means that Hardik will win us a World Cup soon. Also, big congrats to Mumbai Indians. Fantastic prep for them to definitely win this year's IPL. Three losses in a row. Nobody can stop them now. Yeah, Mumbai. I'm flickering a lot right now because that what happens when Riyan Parag is suddenly the winner of the fucking orange cap, dude. What the hell? Where did that come from? Welcome to the show to everybody here. We have almost 15 people watching. It's a world record now. Dori says Chalukar, late OP, Shivats. जे सेज रियान भाई ने मैच थोड़ा जल्दी खत्म कर दिया हाँ इसलिए इसलिए तो प्रॉब्लम थी आई केम रनिंग राइट नाउ एनीवे आई एम जॉइंड बाय अ luminary of international cricket. He's played over 643 matches for Bangladesh in the Bangladesh Premier League. Please give it up for Sridhar Venkataraman. Hi Sridhar, good evening. You're looking very blurry and like from a different planet, but now I can see you.
Hi, I'm looking like Hardik Pandya's future right now. Hazy, unclear, and you
Dude,
don't know
you
where
are
the
a
line.
you're a proper Mumbai Indians fan, right? Or you
I mean, that proper. I don't know how to define proper. But I was the reason I liked Mumbai Indians was because of Sachin. With like most of the Indians across the country, that's how I started liking Mumbai Indians. I used to actually love Mumbai Indians more than any other team. Uh, but yeah, now I don't know. It's a little
Yeah, yeah. No,
complicated.
listen, I think all of us just feel bad for Hardik. After now, it's reached a point where you're like, dude, enough, yeah, enough of the trolling. Like he takes like it was a bizarre situation where he takes a catch. It was a tough catch. I mean, it was a doable
Yeah,
catch. It was a tough catch, and then the
yeah.
crowd is booing him, but Rohit is clapping. So I'm like, dude, the person who you're supporting is also supporting the guy who you're booing. So I don't know. I don't know what to think about any of this.
Yeah. No, I think you know this trend, right, where a lot of negativity happens and suddenly there's an inflection point and people start supporting the person. I think we are in that inflection point right now where I'm seeing a lot of people actually say that enough now. Let's get
Yeah,
back to being nice. But the problem
yeah,
is
yeah,
Hardik is not giving them enough reasons to be nice. Uh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But you know,
Dude,
I was seeing the match and I felt a little bad because when Sanjay Manjrekar was introducing Hardik, the crowd booed, right?
yeah.
I'm like, they didn't have to boo. They could have just waited a little longer. There was enough and more reasons to boo the entire team and not just Hardik.
Yeah, and also, by the way, you know, in all this drama, we've completely forgotten the fact that Trent Boult can bowl. And like, if you're talking about people who used to play for Mumbai and kind of don't play for Mumbai anymore, but are playing for Mumbai, I mean, if you're talking about Hardik, but Trent
Oh,
Boult used to play for Mumbai, he knows everybody's weakness and he knows he knows how to get people out, dude. When that stuff started, okay, I'm just going to read out some stats for all of you. I'm sure this is read, but I was going through some of the stats of Trent Boult. Since 2020 in IPL, Bolt has taken 23 wickets. After today, it's 25 in the first over. The second two best are 8 for Shami and 8 for Bhuvi. You know what this sounds like? This sounds like when you discuss how many people have captained CSK. Right, and then there's Dhoni 247,000, and then it's Jadeja and Gaikwad and Raina with two. That's basically what it is.
yeah. When Dhoni went out to have chai.
It's like, come on. It's like I got some army training to do.
No, but it's insane how every time Bolt is bowling the first over, like you can almost sense that there's wicket that's about to like come your way. It's
Yeah.
quite it's as obvious as I don't know if you remember that phase where Prithvi Shaw used to open for India, and you
Yeah,
knew that
yeah, yeah.
first over, no matter who the bowler is, you knew that wicket girne wala hai.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's the same feeling, but from a bowler's perspective.
Yeah, by the way, we have a lot of comments coming in. I'm just going to read out some of the comments. Anuj Chandana says, booing is not bad. It happens in every sport. You know, and by the way, this is actually completely true, which is that I think Hardik Pandya is a trendsetter because he's probably the first ever cricketer first ever international cricketer to be booed in franchise cricket. So he's setting the trends.
No, I think you know what is more fascinating is that the Indian crowd in the stadium has finally learned a new noise. I don't think I don't think people know what to do collectively except yeah, oh, the usual noises that people make in the stadium. Now
Yeah,
they finally realize that they can do other things also, like booing, which I think is a great
yeah.
start to the sport in this country.
Yeah. I mean, and also the chants. I mean, the standard. Like, I mean, we really have to evolve from neem ka patta and all that kind of stuff. I think,
Yeah,
like
the
there's more
beauty,
stuff.
the beautiful journey this boo will take is, I think, at some point in the tournament, the crowd will go Bumrah, which will be, I think, the logical conclusion to this entire saga. And then Bumrah is the captain, and the season
Yeah,
ends.
yeah. Dude, because like I was discussing with, dude, I personally, like, I don't think we, until everything comes out, we are going to know exactly what went down, right? And this is one of those things which we are just
I think I know
assuming
what
that.
went down. I think I know
Yeah,
what went.
yeah.
It's Mumbai Indians on the points table. That's what
they're,
gone.
they're, their number last. Their number last is. By the way, Pandya didn't bowl, dude. He didn't bowl a single over.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably because last match he bowled quite a lot more than Bumrah did, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
as much as people think that he's not reading the social media, I think he's sensing the sentiment. And he's like, "Chalo,
Yeah,
abhi
he,
khatam
he's like,
karte."
forget Mark Boucher. What about Shrivats J73? J73 has said that, dude, he bowled too much. He bowled 4 overs for Bumrah today. And dude, by the way, there was one part of this which is literally like watching Bumrah bowl in these circumstances was literally like a lot of people have tweeted about this also, which is big reminders of the World Cup final, where it's a small little
Yeah.
total and boom, everybody's just like, everybody thinks Bumrah is this magician who's just going to take 10 wickets in 4 overs. I'm like, dude, he's a guy. He's an excellent guy, but let's calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, I think
but
it's
let's
yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was saying it's a little sad though because Hardik Pandya, if you think about it, is a good bowler. Like he's been excellent over the last few years.
Yeah,
But the only thing is he's being a little extreme. Either bowl like a lot and then not give Bumrah the overs, and or make Bumrah bowl the entire stretch and not bowl
yeah,
anything himself. I think
yeah,
he
yeah,
needs to probably pick up the skills of being an all rounder and bowl like an all rounder. Couple of overs here and there and couple of overs batting in there.
yeah.
That's what needs to happen now.
He needs to become like Ravichandran Ashwin, who, by the way, if you're a Rajasthan Royals fan, Ashwin has looked like like a better batter than Butler so far in 3 matches. And I'm still, because you have Dhruv Jurel, you have
Yeah.
this new guy Shubham Dubey. You have quite a few people who know how to bat. I don't understand this logic of bringing in Ashwin and
No,
today again he didn't do the job of the pinch hitter.
this clearly tells you that YouTube works. I think if you put
Yeah,
your heart and soul into YouTube
yeah,
and do enough quality content, you can trump any finisher in a playing 11.
yeah,
And,
yeah.
that's what I think the team is also looking for. Like they want to build up Ashwin really well as an all-rounder, so that once he retires, Rajasthan Royals social media content is sorted by this amazing
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And dude, by the way, this is I discussed this in the last live as well. The CEO or whatever of Rajasthan Royals basically said in an interview with I've forgotten who, I think Talksport, where he said that our prime motive is fan engagement. So it's not about winning games; it's fan engagement. So you might be right.
No,
They
I think
might be
it's
like, dude.
basically, Rajasthan Royals is the RCB of Hindi heartland.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what they're aiming to be. It's like Ashwin is like Mr. Nax with a degree.
yeah.
That, that's, that's what
Yeah.
they're going for.
Yeah, yeah. Let's take a couple of comments. By the way, this is something that obviously you will enjoy, Sridhar. Given by the way, Sridhar is a stand-up comedian, and anything else that people should know about you, because somebody's asking who is the panelist.
I'm slightly less famous than Saurabh Panthas.
Yeah, which is
I'm,
not saying much. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did. By
that's
the way, I did one brand engagement thing with the Mumbai Indians cricketers, and they all were looking at me stunned, like, "Who is this guy and why is he here?" And I'm like, this is
Oh, so
already
they
a good
don't know
start.
the story of you uh, performing for Mumbai Indians in the past.
I sent it to the producers. I'm like, hey, listen, can you please share this video because I've been trying to get Mumbai Indians to look at this for a while so I get an extra show. For those of you who don't know, I did a stand-up clip where I performed for Mumbai Indians and they won that particular IPL after
Yeah,
losing the first three matches. So I basically said that it's me who did it.
yeah. Maybe
So
that's the
Mumbai
sign
Indians
now
should call me again.
for them to
Yeah,
call.
yeah.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah. By the way, Nani Kaur Fort says MI fans were booed by Boult. This is literally a joke up your alley. Sridhar just want to mention that. And Srivats J says, Are every year RCB fan here? Let's meet again on MI versus RCB day and see what happens. Which honestly sounds like the meeting of sadness. It's like two sad people meeting over beer saying, Who is a bigger drunkard? That's basically all that is.
I think speaking of RCB, MI should have taken a cue from them. I think MI
Yeah.
also should have done an unboxing ceremony where inside the box is Hardik Pandya. The box opens and it's Hardik Pandya, the captain.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, let's get into this, okay? I was doing some research about this whole thing, and Navjot Singh Sidhu is back in our lives, which is very
Yeah,
funny because I think when Sidhu first sort of broke into the fore and into commentary and stuff like that, that time Twitter and social media did not exist, right? And a lot of his words seemed to just disappear into the ether. Now they are all there for posterity, and this is what he tweeted yesterday. Okay, I'm going to read this in Hindi and then do the translation so everybody understands. This is what he tweeted. हाथी चाहे धूल में सना हो फिर भी सम्मानित होगा कुकर को सोने की जंजीरों में भी बांध दो सम्मानित नहीं होता. What this means is even if the elephant is covered in dust, it will still be respected. Even tying the cooker with a gold chain does not make one respectable. And by the way, I don't think it's cooker. Some people are saying it's cooker, and other people are saying dog. Is the literal translation of cooker. So this is what Sidhu said, and then he tagged Rohit Sharma on that tweet. And the immediate response was multiple people saying, "Hey man, why are you calling Rohit Sharma an elephant?" Right? That's multiple people making the same joke.
I think Sidhu was in an era where there was no social media. He was very popular, and then he
Yeah,
went to jail, where again there
yeah,
was no social media, and then he's out now. So I don't think he really understands what social media is and how it works, which is why he's
yeah,
doing
yeah.
these random code. In fact, sometimes I think when he's doing commentary, na, the umpire is waiting for him to finish the shairi. He's like, "Abhi ruko thoda, let him finish shairi, and then we'll continue with the game after that."
Yeah. By the commentary overall across the board has been pretty underwhelming because I think all the brief has been given to everybody is that do not criticize anyone. And I'm like, after a point, the BCCI needs to chill the shit out because, like, I think just let the commentators say what they need to say. Let Simon Dool criticize the strike rate of people, which he's doing on Crickbuzz in any case. I know that's more important. And by the way, Ramanathan Neelakantan, my old friend, has said cooker equal to kuttar, which is apparently what it is. I'm not too sure of the translation, so I'm sure it's close. So yeah,
As an expert South Indian, I can tell you it doesn't sound like what it sounds like.
correct. Yeah, yeah. By the way, I knew things were going to go a little bizarrely in this match for Mumbai Indians because before the match began, the person giving the motivational speech was not the captain or a senior player; it was Ishan Kishan. I was like, as much as I love Ishan Kishan, I was like, I'm not sure this is the bridge you're looking for.
Man, Ishan Kishan looks like that kid from the college. Like, uh,
Yeah,
I don't know if you know, there are these kids who get placed for like crores of rupees in Google and Microsoft, right? But
yeah, yeah.
like this is like the college ka chichora.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's, it's him.
By the way, we have a few comments coming from Abhinav Gautam who says cooker is Sanskrit for dog. That's good information. I didn't not know that. And then of course Flubber who says cooker equals to Heisenberg, which is a completely different thing. And I sincerely, you know what? If that is what Sidhu was trying to say, I sincerely hope he was because that would like I'll read it out again. Which is he said,
Can I just do like a
cooker
physics joke
goes.
here?
Yeah,
I
please do.
think nobody knows if it's a dog or a cooker. Like the amount of uncertainty that is there is why
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
probably being referred to Heisenberg. Uh,
correct. Yeah, yeah. and and then Siddhant Bhat says, Bhojpuri commentator, "Thok thok ke pani nikal diya." I'm sure you all saw that commentary. It was fantastic. And I like how everybody gets worked up about them saying "thok thok thok ke pani nikal diya." Like any young child is actually even understanding this. Okay,
Yeah,
like
doesn't
only
it mean
old.
digging for water? Isn't that what it means? Like you drill,
Mm,
drill, drill, and then water comes out? No?
I think they said something at the end of that, which is something related to the thing that they're talking about. So if a child, for example, if your whole danger is that, oh, what will the children think? I sincerely doubt that, because whatever, I'm just like, dude, let's everybody behave like adults. Okay. But let's talk about the match today. It was a very anticlimactic match. I don't think any of us expected this sort of thing to happen. Again, as I said, Trent Bolt stats are absolutely nuts. The fact that Pandya didn't bowl was crazy. I want to talk about a couple of selections for MI, which I thought was absurd. This Mafaka, right? That's how you say his name. I'm hoping
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
know.
saying it.
I've been confused about this name. Like it
Yeah,
sounds like a bad word,
yeah,
or is it just me?
yeah, yeah. I
Like,
mean, it's
doesn't
like
it
Fakar
sound like a
Zaman. Yeah,
mafaka?
yeah,
Mafaka.
yeah. Correct. Yeah, yeah. No, you're entirely in the right zone.
Yeah.
But dude, given the number of bowlers that MI have, they have Madhwal, Pandya, Bumrah, Kotsia. Do you need another guy doing exactly what they're all doing in any case? And based on two, like today, Yashasvi just gave it away because I think he was just like, I'm going to hit myself out of this form that I'm currently in, which is like, I mean, I think he's still in good form. But it's just, I
Yeah,
don't,
I
I
mean,
don't see
see,
it yet.
my 2 cents on this is if you wanted one more bowler to, like a left arm bowler to be a part of the team and playing 11, why not Arjun Tendulkar?
Correct. Or Sachin bowling left arm.
Yeah. What more are you getting from this guy that you wouldn't from
Yeah.
Arjun Tendulkar? Yeah.
Correct. I 100% agree. I 100% agree.
Like,
Like,
what I feel bad about is Sachin comes to the stadium like it's some parents teachers meeting, PTA,
yeah.
but he's not seeing his kid perform.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
every
yeah.
single time is coming in the hope that Arjun will play, but they are
Yeah.
playing some motherfucker. Sorry, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Forgive me.
By the way, we have one person saying, Serioza saying it's just you, Sridhar. nobody else is
I'm glad.
nobody else is sold for this. Yeah.
Yes.
By the way, we'll take a little bit of a detour because Utkarsh has mentioned this at least 6 times. So I'm just going to acknowledge his comment where he says, "Saurabh, do you saw the clip of five Bangladesh fielders were chasing a ball which is going towards the boundary in Bangladesh versus Sri Lanka Test?" By the way, listen, if you're a cricket fan and you're not tuning into Bangladesh versus Sri Lanka Test, you're missing out on some like that's
Yeah.
where the real rivalry is, because in the IPL everybody's like, I'm French, we're all French, we like each other, we hang out, we play pool together and we do bonding exercise. Then Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh, where Dhananjay De Silva basically said, if they're calm, we will be calm. If they come hard at us, we will come harder. Like all this shit is going down. It's great.
Dude, the Bangladesh Sri Lanka Test series is like Big Boss in the
Yeah,
cricketing world. I don't know
yeah.
if you saw that DRS review that Bangladesh took. Like, it was like plumb in front of the bat, not even the. It's just the funniest
And you
thing.
see, you see Tajul Islam, who's the bowler, just go like, "What are you reviewing, dude?" And they were 161 for one. And he's like, "I get the desperation, but let's all calm down." By the way, so just listen. The YouTube has all the highlights of every day of that Bangladesh match, and it's great because first of all, I love Dhananjay De Silva, and I started thinking about the Bangladesh side, right? Bangladesh is such an enjoyable side to watch because they have no grace. Right? They have no, they have none of it, right? They don't want to know the other team. They don't care. They're just like, we are this.
Like, see, Bangladesh is so graceless. It's almost as if they were Pakistan at once,
Yeah, yeah,
upon a time.
right.
Some traits have still carried on.
Yeah, they remind me of like an Indian team playing gully cricket. like in international cricket, they have the same ethics and the same vibes, and it's not like they are not a likable side. They have like Taskin Ahmed, who's very likable bowler. They have this new guy called Khalid, and then a new guy called Rana. There's a bunch of people who play well. Mehndi, Hassan, Miraj. There's a lot of likable people. It's just like when they get together, you're just like, dude, chill out, man. Try and be friends with the other team. Be a
It's,
little nice.
they remind me of final year college students who are all placed. Like,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
last semester where they don't have much to do in the college, but
yeah,
they have to come together to do stuff.
yeah. By the way, we have Pranav Anand who's saying Mafaka with 14 bad games has a much higher ceiling than what Arjun would have had after 2 full seasons. He's a talent, raw, yes, but this is an investment. Dude, honestly, man, I think, I mean, basis on what we've seen in 2 matches, and again, might be too young or whatever it is, but I
I
mean,
don't know
I
what
don't
is
see,
meant by
yeah,
higher ceiling. What does it mean?
yeah, yeah. I don't, because I think they believe in him
I
in
mean,
the future or something
has
like
this
that.
guy seen Sachin's house? You know how that ceiling is?
By the way, Mumbai had so given up about this trying to defend this total. They cut to Malinga and he's just yawning. He's like, dude, I don't give a shit. He's like, this doesn't matter at all.
He's
This
like,
is
let me watch some
impossible.
Bangladesh Sri Lanka test match instead of this.
Yeah. By the way, did you see that? If you didn't see, Patherana took a great catch of
Yeah.
Mustafa Zur, and then he shared. Apparently, he shared on his Instagram stories where somebody said this is the first time that a Sri Lankan has helped a Bangladeshi. And Patherana apparently, I don't know if this is real or no, he shared that saying "ha ha," but it was a great catch. And I'm like, this is the kind of banter we need, man. Instead of whatever. But yeah, I'd love to know from people's comments about what you think of because MI has been, honestly, this has been a problem for them in the IPL for 2 3 years now, and I'm very curious to sort of
No,
figure out
I
what the
think
thing is.
before we look
Yeah,
at the comments, one thing that blew my mind today was the fact that they sent Piyush Chawla ahead of Tim David.
yeah,
I don't know for what. Like I don't know if they had a brainwave that we have our own Sunil Narayan,
yeah,
uh, who who's as fit but may not be as skilled.
yeah, yeah.
Just sent him, and if you actually look at Piyush Chawla's swing is bad. It's very similar to Sunil Narayan's.
Right.
The only difference is Piyush Chawla doesn't know where he's swinging the bat in which direction and where the ball is,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
it's quite comical.
I mean, dude, like Piyush Chawla, when he hit those sixes, etc., basically said that today people discover that I can bat, and that was like some 23 years old ago. I think it was when the IPL had started, maybe the inaugural season of the IPL. We've not seen it since, but it was a bizarre decision. Like, I think across the board, I have a feeling that a lot of teams tend to do this shielding of their power hitters,
Yeah.
right? Where Tim David can only come at X time, or Dhoni can. I mean, with Dhoni, it's a completely different thing. But yeah, Tim David, and also the pitch seemed a little bit like it was holding up, and maybe he needed that extra time to sort of settle in. But it makes no sense to send Piyush Chawla unless you think that. I think Mumbai Indians thinks that Tim David just sees spin and he's like, I'm just going to break my stumps. Like they think he's never seen spin in his life. I'm like, I think he's an accomplished cricketer, dude. I think he knows how to play.
It's not like Rajasthan doesn't know what his weakness is, and they
Yeah.
won't wait for him to come.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we'll come back to the cricket. There's Pranav Anand who says everywhere MI plays, the crowd want to see Root in action. Today it was louder as Root is ex-RR guy. Emotional moment for Root. Absolutely, that's
Oh.
exactly what they were chanting. And Jardani Jovanovic says Ambani should buy Nehra ji next. Only then we shall win. That's not a bad idea because, to be frank with you, so far, I don't think Mark Boucher has given a great example of himself before and during the IPL.
I'll tell you a better idea. I think
Yeah,
send Hardik back to Gujarat,
yeah.
buy Gujarat Titans, and call it the other Mumbai Indians.
Just
It's
take the
easier.
whole side. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Take the whole side. I think take the whole side is perfect. You just
Yeah.
copy paste. Like on Clash of Clans, you can do this with other people's bases. I don't know what kind of reference I'm giving, but you can just copy the whole layout. And I think that's what we should do. Just copy the whole layout of Gujarat Titans in the mega auction and just say this is now Mumbai Indians.
Yeah,
It's Gill
MI2.
as vice captain. Yeah. But okay,
It's like a Mission Impossible franchisee. MI1, MI2, MI3, MI4. And you have like 10 MI
yeah,
teams fighting
yeah.
each other.
But
And
but
even
but
then,
seriously,
I think they'll lose the first match. Even if it's 10 MI teams.
yeah, where basically Rohit Sharma is dangling off a train, and then it's like Pandya tries to rescue him, and his helicopter also crashes. And then Mark Boucher says this was a team decision, and then Radhika's like, no, it's not. The safety was not put on the helicopter. This is all the shit that's happening. But seriously, I mean, to sort of nail what's been happening with them. I mean, last year they almost qualified for the top four. Did they qualify? I don't even remember. It's all a blur to
No,
me.
they almost did. I don't think they did.
Yeah, they almost did, and they lost it on run rate. And then prior to that year, it was bad. But also, I mean, the absolute fact is that Rohit Sharma's form as an opener has been pretty subpar. Like I think the number of stats that have been popping out across the board have been
No, but I
pretty
think no,
telling with regard to
it's
that.
little
Yeah,
it's a little complicated because if you look at his India form,
yeah,
it's been quite good. Like I know there's recency bias and he's done well in tests and all of that, but he's
yeah,
still that guy who can win you matches single-handedly,
yeah,
and he's still the India captain, right? So I don't know. I think if he fires, then a lot of the issues that Mumbai Indians has right now
yeah.
could be very different.
No, I agree. I think, I mean, in the World Cup, I'm fully backing him, but I'm just trying to figure out what the issue is. I'm just trying to figure out what the problem has been for MI for almost like this year running again. Because it seems that one is that they don't seem to have like Madhwal is popped in right now and he's doing very well. But barring that, there doesn't seem to be any like significant backup to Bumrah. Like Bolt was a
I mean,
fantastic, yeah.
their 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 best weapon is Piyush Chawla after Bumrah.
Yeah,
Which is,
who's by the way a legend of IPL cricket. Let's be perfectly
is,
frank, and he's done
is
fantastically well. But it's not like when you saw Gujarat Titans play the other day, and it was Noor Ahmed and then Rashid Khan, and as a batter, you're like, this has gotta be confusing, right? This is like it's basically watching a Xerox copy come from either end, and then you're like, Rashid is just recovered where they removed his back and put a new back inside, and then Noor is like, don't worry, I'll do the left hand version of you. That's like scary to watch. And then there's Mohit Sharma who comes in and basically is like, hey, I taught Harshal Patel everything he knows, and now Harshal Patel has forgotten everything he knows. Like that's actually good. With Mumbai, it's just like, okay, let's deal with Bumrah and maybe Badwal right now, and you're done.
yeah, absolutely. No, I
Uh,
think they're taking turns. Some days it's batting, some days it's bowling, but
yeah,
collectively they're keeping the legacy on of not winning the
yeah.
initial few matches.
By the way, I think Mumbai Indians have become exactly like England in Tests, where no matter what happens, we're still discussing Mumbai as opposed to the team that actually won, which is Rajasthan Royals. And what the wish says, Sanju Samson hard, Rajasthan Royals hard, 150%.
Yeah.
Dude, I honestly think it'll be such a
Hey,
great story if RR win. Yeah.
yeah. Why
No,
don't
sorry,
we
go ahead.
talk about Riyan Parag? Like, I think
Yeah,
that's a story that is. I know a lot of not a lot of people like this, but I think I'm really happy for Riyan Parag and Prithvi Shaw. These two guys,
yeah,
who I think have been through quite a bit of a hard patch, not just on the field but also off the field. I think
yeah,
this year, all of Parag's potential to be trolled has been transferred to Hardik Pandya collectively uh, across the social media world,
yeah.
because this guy, I think, has literally brought that whole phrase to life, right? Like, I'll let the bat do the talking, which is what he's doing this season.
Who Riyan Parag, right?
Riyan Parag, yeah?
Dude,
He's
again,
kind of,
still my favorite summary of him is Simon Dool, who said for the last 3 years he's been overacting and underachieving, and I'm like that's literally all it's been. And they say he's just like he's grown a beard, so he looks more mystical. He's like I'm one of the foot soldiers now. I'm not a chubby face guy, and I don't know what this transition is. As soon as Indian cricketers grow beards, they immediately become more mature. I don't know. There's an actual
yeah,
reality to it.
it's called the
But
Kohli effect.
yeah, the Kohli effect. Yeah, I
The
think
closer you
they
look to Kohli, the better you get at your batting.
yeah, and I mean to talk about people who look like other people, Mayank Yadav. By the way, looks like Umran Malik and Surya Kumar Yadav had a baby. It's a very close. If you see him, he's got the height and the build of like Umran, but looks exactly like a taller Surya Kumar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
But let's ask you as well as the whole audience here. What has been a moment in this IPL so far where you just got up from your thing and you're like, oh, that's special.
I think this might sound like a cliche, but Dhoni's batting yesterday. I think,
Yeah.
man, I've realized at this point, not just CSK fans. I don't think anybody gives a shit about what CSK will do this season. All they
Yeah.
want to see is MS Dhoni come out to bat. They like it. It doesn't matter. Like 8 wickets can go in 5 overs, but we just want to see Dhoni bat. And
Yeah.
then the man is just coming and is whacking the ball around. Man, it's just like it's a lot of fun to see. Um, yeah, I think that was quite something yesterday to see.
Yeah, but also
The
like
funny thing about this is like Dhoni is trying very hard to not bat. Like
yeah.
he's like, I won't come. He's like, you guys play, but CSK say no,
Yeah.
we want you to bat, and they're just like,
Yeah. Dhoni's like there's a porn term called edging, right? That's what Dhoni's doing. Like you're like just come and you're like no, just wait, just wait. It has to be both the time. And by the way, he got. I mean, there's two things. There are two sentiments that have been flying around with Dhoni over the last actually three. One is like you and me and a lot of us where we're just excited to see Dhoni doing what he does. The second is a lot of people saying Gambhir was right. We are just always, as Indian cricket fans, just celebrating individualism, right? And which is also kind of true. But I mean, isn't that all sport? Isn't all even team sports is about celebrating individualism? And then the
yeah,
third thing is people saying that Dhoni got a little lucky because of DC's slow over rate, and then he could just hit over the top and smash them. And I'm like, a couple of them were sixes, if I'm not mistaken. So I think your point is
no,
moot.
if you saw the speed of the ball after it left the bat, it was insane. Like Dhoni,
Yeah,
when he was like muscling the ball, it was just going to the boundary in no time, right?
yeah,
See, people can say all they want, and of course, social media will always have these debates about team versus individual and all of that. But I think the kind of cloud Dhoni has, I think we haven't seen somebody like that in a very long time. Like last season, in fact, I had the pleasure and the privilege of being in Chennai to watch one of CSK's matches. The
yeah,
entire crowd, I'm not kidding, I think 95% of the crowd with their jerseys was just Dhoni. Like
yeah.
there's no other player's name on the back of their jerseys, which I think happens only because over the period of so many years you build that kind of reputation and you build that kind of love. So yeah, it's pretty hard to beat.
Yeah, it's hard to beat. And okay, so let's take a few things that people enjoyed. Jardani, Jovanovic, Mayank Yadav bowling at 155. Absolutely agree. Nani Kaur says my favorite moment is RC bowling with a wet ball at the second innings just to just to drink water.
I really want to know what Nani thinks the bowlers do with the ball.
They just squeeze it like it's an arm. Let's look it like that. Those mini bottles, those 5 rupee ones that used to get at some stage. Virat Tendulkar, obviously a real account, says Russell, it's Russell. Dude, Russell has been a revelation with regards to
Yeah.
his bowling, which I think we've discussed in any case.
No, I think
And
his
then,
bowling has been fantastic. This is actually, this reminds me, this season has been about people who have been backed by the managements, like
yeah,
Riyan Parag or Prithvi Shaw or Andy Russell or Sunil Narayan for that matter. These guys were like out of place last season. I nobody gave them any chance. I think a lot of franchises would have let them go, but this season they've all sort of paid back the loyalty that the management has shown towards these players, which is where I think Mumbai Indians also will
yeah,
need
yeah,
to
yeah.
figure how
Yeah,
that can come.
because they've backed a few people, but they've not backed the right horse. So is the and by the way, listen, I think the trolling with Hardik and a lot of the stuff that people are chanting and calling the names that he's calling them is a little bit much. Everybody needs to chill out. And also, like I think somebody mentioned this in the comments also that he was looking very down in the thing. I honestly think this season is a wash for Mumbai. They're just going to have to be like, dude, it's done. There is, I
Yeah.
mean, if they make a comeback, it'll be great. And but I think enough. It's reached a point where it's like this is enough. My favorite moment though in this World Cup, and it happens a lot, is that ad where Preeti Zinta comes in a car and hands the car keys to Rishabh Pant. And I'm like, guys, this is do you not
Well
realize?
played. Well played.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sure there was some discussion where we were like, guys, is this appropriate basis what has happened over the last year? Just come on. Like, the guy has made a fantastic comeback. I get teary eyed
I,
every time I think of
yeah,
Rishabh's
I think the
comeback. Yeah.
most inappropriate thing about that ad is Preeti Zinta's optimism that Punjab will do
Yeah.
something this season.
Yeah. Punjab is just another thing altogether. Harsh Tiwari says, let's see what Harsh Tiwari says. He says Mumbai Indians should change their name to Bombay Hindustani, which I guess that's a sentiment. And then Karan says Sanjay Manjrekar thinks he's Pat Cummins. By the way, was a Trident today. Pandya was booed there as well. Dude, that's getting ridiculous. Yeah, like, like just stop chasing the guy to boo
But you
him,
know what?
man.
Like Saurabh, like I mentioned earlier, the Indian
Yeah,
crowd has figured a new noise to make,
yeah,
and they're
yeah,
loving it.
yeah,
It's that thing, right? In India, if a trend catches on, it just catches on. So
yeah,
in their minds, I don't even think they know what they're doing. They look at Hardik Pandya, they're just booing because that's their natural reaction now,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
which will take some time to let go of.
Yeah, because the Indian version of that would be hut, hut. But hut is because it ends with a t. You need something that
Correct.
goes uphill. I mean, it has to end with a vowel sound, and boo is the only one. Chal, foot, foot. There's no Indian like thing which says which ends with the right appropriate thing. But dude, just imagine you're Hardik Pandya and anything you're doing, you're wherever you're going, people are just booing you. You're in a public toilet and the people are like, hey, Tati kar hai, boo, like everything. It's a lot, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll take a last couple of comments and then we'll talk about also the fact that it's the 200th IPL match for Ravichandran Ashwin, who, again, as we discussed, is a far
Oh
better
yeah,
batter
I
than
almost
Butler.
forgot. Rajasthan Royals also played today, right?
Yeah, they
Just
did. I think they
keeps
did.
slipping
Yeah.
my mind.
Yeah, dude, but Bolt, man, like Bolt is just every time he comes in, and like, when is this problem going to stop of Bolt, the left-hander, terrorizing Indian batters? Like, is it never going to stop?
I don't know. Like every time I see him bowl in the first over, I feel like it's about to happen. Like the wicket
Yeah,
is like around the corner, and I think it's a trauma that stayed with us for so long that every time, even if it's an India match at a World Cup, and Bolt is bowling the first over for New Zealand, you
yeah,
know that the wickets will fall and we will be in shit trouble.
yeah, yeah.
But
But
yeah,
Rajasthan
hopefully, I
Royals
think
is,
the
yeah.
antidote to this will be Prithvi Shaw whacking Trent Boult this season to all parts of the ground.
Yeah, yeah, but also I think that's one of the reasons why they want to elevate Yashasvi Jaiswal, right? Because this is left-hander facing left hand. And by the way, now basis what's been happening in Pakistan cricket. By the way, it's just hilarious. Again, Pakistan cricket just always Pakistan cricket is like Mumbai Indians with regards to the captaincy and all that stuff. Where if you didn't follow the story, Babar Azam has been handed the captaincy, and then PCB released a statement. Okay, this is all the shit that's been going on. Okay, PCB released a statement where Shaheen Shah Afridi saying it's an honor to have led Pakistan and that he backs Babar Azam completely. And now the story has come out that Shaheen Shah Afridi is angry because he never said that. So PCB is releasing statements that players are not even saying. So this is reaching another level of insanity.
Yeah.
And by the way, Mohammad Amir has withdrawn his retirement and is going to play the World Cup as well, most likely. So it's going to be two left armers against India. So I think that's where Jaiswal becomes even more important.
Yeah, I think it'll be nice to see Mohammad Amir bowl the first over. See, I'm not so worried about Mohammad Amir bowling the first over because I think we will get at least a couple of free hits in that over.
Yeah.
The batsman can settle
Yeah.
nicely.
I think we can afford it. I think we can. I think we're running it through the right finances. I think India can afford it. Yeah. So we're looking forward to that. But by this, Strangler has figured out the solution to Indians saying "boo." How about "thu"? I think, dude, that's way better. That's way more disgusting and way
No,
more.
no,
Yeah.
the problem with two is that there'll be too much dew on the ground,
Yeah, yeah.
and the ball will be wet, and Bangalore players will be drinking water. I don't know what the guy.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. I'm like, let's just not go there at all. Okay, I'll just take a few last chats from you people. I think a couple of people are asking. Chinmay Pednekar asks, "Will you be doing this live every day or every MI match?" I am. I'm trying to do it every day. Depends on how the views happen, etc. We're just trying to figure out the tech on it. If the StreamYard tech looks good, we'll probably try and do it for every match as far as possible. But again, it depends on days when I have stand-up shows, and all my people who come on the show are mostly comedians as well. So I'll try and do it for the most significant matches, quote unquote. And now don't come at me and say, "Arey, Punjab ka match nahi." I don't know. It just depends on, like, today I knew was going to be an exciting
No,
thing and we'd have enough stuff to talk
don't.
about.
I don't think even Punjab team management does anything after the Punjab match. I don't
Yeah,
think they have
yeah,
debriefing sessions. They're like, "Bas, khatam ho gaya. Let's go
yeah, yeah.
home."
Yeah. Shaurya Patak also has tried to come up with a solution. He says, "Bhau, bhau, bhau." Dog sound also ends with vowel sound. Now, by the way, that's way better than booze. Bhau, bhau, bhau. But then it's almost like you're agreeing with the person you're booing, because then he's like, "That's my dogs," right? I'm not too sure that that works as well as you think. But yeah, we will try and do this if you enjoyed. Pranav Anand, by the way, has come and said that. My favorite thing so far is Deepak Chahar getting through 3 games without any injury. Yeah, that's been good so far. It's not going to last, right? It's not going to last. But
Yeah.
anyway, it was an interesting match. I think it's important for this year also
Just
somebody new
can
to
I
win,
say
man. I
something?
really
I
want,
think
yeah. Yeah, yeah, please.
Deepak Chahar and Trent Boult, both of them give me the same feeling in the first over. The only difference is when Trent Boult is bowling, you are worried if the batsman will go. When Deepak Chahar is bowling, you're worried if the bowler will go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Catch a hamstring and just like start walking towards the boundary.
By the way, listen, somebody mentioned Hasaranga briefly, and I have to say the story of Hasaranga. I mean, it just never gets more
Yeah.
interesting than that. Where Hasaranga played against Bangladesh, said some stuff, and obviously because it's against Bangladesh, and he said some stuff, and he was handed a match, and then he revoked his retirement from Test cricket.
Yeah.
And was scheduled to play the 2 Test matches, and ICC said you can't play. He's like, cool, no problem. I retire once again, and now he's injured, and he's not playing the IPL. So the number of twists and turns in Hasaranga's life is exactly like his mystery spin, where you don't know where this is going to go. But that's about it, Sridhar. Thanks a lot for your time. Anything coming up that you'd like to promote, please let us know.
Nothing immediately, but yeah, a bunch of shows across the city. You can find my Instagram handle on this stream. It's at I am comic. Yeah, see you somewhere funnier.
He just dissed the whole stream completely.
The overall
But
level.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But thanks a lot for everybody tuning in and also giving your comments. It really adds. I'd completely forgotten the vibe of doing these lives was basically taking your comments in. So thanks a lot for leaving those. And so keep
But I
giving
think
likes, and I'll try and
maybe
yeah,
by the end of this tournament, we should figure out the alternative for Boo, so that we have
yeah.
it handy whenever we want to express disappointment against a player.
Dude, I'm all for Thu. I think Thu is superb. It really expresses whoever said that. That person's a goddamn genius, man, and just deserves all
Like
the
suddenly,
credit. So
all the
Thu.
players are walking off the field saying, "There's rain."
Yeah, yeah. So I'll just say I mentioned 2 things before I head. I did something for Sprite joke in a bottle. So if you have a Sprite bottle, scan the QR code. A few jokes in there, and check out. I did some cricket jokes in Hindi. And again, when you're doing brand work, it has to be very, very tight. And I think we got some funny stuff out there. So check that out. And I should be in Bangalore as well, doing a show on in April sometime. So I will announce that soon. And thanks a lot to What the Wish to give 100 rupees in super chat, dude. I haven't seen one of these in 400 years, man. Thanks a lot, dude. This is how much Angad makes on Geo Hangout as well. That's that's amazing. Uh, okay, we have 2 more coming here. Okay, Nishant Rajkumar says moo moo, which I mean, I'm not too sure about that at all. Jordani Jovanovic says goo. It's decent. And then Ritik Roshan says, what about Choo? Which just sounds like you're inappropriately telling cricketers to touch you. So I still think Thu is the best.
Now, this sounds like a Ritik Roshan.
Yeah, yeah. It is Ritik Roshan, yeah. Anyway, thanks Sridhar for your time. Appreciate it. Thanks to everybody who tuned in, and hopefully I'll be back for tomorrow or one of the matches coming forth. And if you enjoyed, please comment about this later as well. And I'll put some details about Sridhar and me in the description, and you can follow us there. Thanks for your time, everybody. Love you all. Marry me. Goodbye.
Boo, yeah, boo.
Thu. End stream.